And welcome back to Temporal Tower. The Kiasters, last week, were finishing off their explorations of the Violet Falls, a deep underground cavern that once belonged to deep gnomes, somewhere in the black glass crevasse. They had dealt with Gemtooth, a zombified gnome who was using powerful gemstones and his knowledge of magic to command an army of undead, thwarted them before they launched a potential raid on the Deep Delver's Enclave. Then you went around exploring the cathedral. You found a number of different treasures, or the gems themselves were Ioun stones. Kind of divvied those out. You found a secret passage that led down below and told you about the goddess of this gnomish community. One to do with sort of creation and sort of plumbing the earth for its minerals and creating things from that. The secret passage led you to a small vault, a treasury of sorts, and there you kind of looted the scrolls and healing potions that would help you in the journey ahead. You did get a nice heal from one of the prayer of healing that Dalmas cast for you guys. And then you discovered some sort of poem about, or maybe worship about an Everclock. And you discovered that same Everclock in one of the caverns. It was a vast mechanized clock with many faces actually embedded into the wall, with these twin waterfalls falling down either side. The faces and weights and brass gears and levers clearly had some sort of complicated function, but after kind of analyzing all the different dials and the speed at which some of them were ticking, you started to realize these each marked seconds, hours, days, weeks, months, years, even centuries. And one said dial also had a date on it. You came to the conclusion that this likely predicts the end of the world. And as a result of that, it led you to want to find maybe a log book on this. So you went to the museum. Most of it's destroyed, but you did finally get to the top of it and discover a small automaton. I think their name was what was it? Sir Wobble Knees. Yes. It looks like the gnomes built Sir Wobble Knees as the guardian of this site, and since the towers collapsed, they've been growing a little bit more erratic, perhaps. But they managed to speak to you and gave you a little tour of the wrecked tower, and finally found a book that recorded the logs. And apparently, the Everclock had a different date to begin with. A date far, far off in the future. We're talking thousands of years. But the date in which it changed happened to be something recognizable. And it changed to the date of the shattering. Apparently, that is the end of the world, which is bizarre because you, in the present day, you've lived past that. But you also know the shattering somehow was stopped halfway. Now, as Llyvelin, you're looking over Eirina's shoulder and realizing the date that this changed, the date at which the shattering became the new Armageddon was your birthday. And not just your birthday, but the day you were born in history. Same year. And
Yeah.
I'd like you to roll me an insight check. Because though you may be looking over Eirina's shoulder, you don't necessarily see their facial expression, but they seem to be staring quite intently at this.
There we go. 25.
And, Eirina, did you like to add anything to that description of how Eirina is reacting?
I think she's probably staring at the date. Obviously, knowing what it means to her. And, like, if she feels like Llyvelin come up behind her, she's probably going to just slam the book shut and try and tuck it away.
You okay though? What you got there?
Smoothie?
Nothing.
That
Yep, just a smoothie.
was an interesting date. Is that what I think it might have been?
It depends on what you think it might have been.
My birthday for some reason.
Well,
What?
Yeah, the day you were born, I guess.
What?
It looks like that's the day when the Ever clock changed. Apparently, the Doomsday was like further back, and then just happens to be that on this particular date, it's changed to now.
And that caused you to slam the book because...
Well, it's your birthday. Like, you think you caused the end of the world, you know?
I mean, I said it was my birthday. You didn't know it was... I don't think we've ever discussed birthdays as a group.
I'm good friends with your dad. I think I know when your birthday is.
I guess I could check out.
Yes.
Huh.
But the odds are it's nothing to do with that date. It could just be coincidence. These things happen.
With a
Yeah.
25 level, you're starting to feel like Irina's playing this off as as though it's not a big deal, hoping that maybe you move on from it and you forget about the whole thing. But
Yeah, you keep your secrets. Yeah.
It's not just your birthday.
Well, I figured, and she had plenty of people who are born.
No,
Same day as me.
Llyvelin, it's my birthday too.
Sorry, I thought I was heading to the dramatic fest.
You share the
Huh.
same birthday?
The
They do
I'll-
look
I'll-
a lot alike. Maybe they're twins.
I'll open
No.
the book again.
I did see Eirina with her own family when we tried crying. Unless you're adopted.
Unless
We're-
you're adopted.
I'm adopted.
I mean, I'm technically adopted by the Grand Library, hence my upbringing.
Adoption back.
You both
Um,
like books.
Kesh'an, when's your birthday?
My birthday.
Yeah, when's your birthday?
Well, I mean, put it on the calendar outside and more than once. So.
Something we've travelled for years and none of us have gone. When's your birthday? Should we celebrate that?
we don't even know what year it is, let alone what month it is and day of the week. And
We've lived in the hat's okay. We've lived in the tower for like a year now? 2 years? 3 years? I don't know where we are now. But
A couple of years.
and still, none of us have gone birthdays.
Oh my god, can I have a high-res picture, please? Jesus Christ.
Andy, when's your birthday?
Yeah, Andy,
I
you
was
go
born
first.
on the summer solstice.
I think Andy's a different age than us, though.
I'm 19. Well, I was 19 when I first met you.
Yeah.
I think she's about, what, 20, 21 now?
So,
Mm-hmm.
so either you or I caused, or maybe someone else caused the Doomsday Clock to tick to the shattering, but the likelihood is it's me because I went to the hump and failed to stop Baba Yaga.
It might also be my fault. You remember the thing in Tarek's Tower where I said, yeah, we need to talk, but we maybe should talk after we've saved the city? That may be the thing.
Oh. That was straight
Um,
out the scrying about your family. Surely, what's your family got to do with the end of the world? And
It's
we're
not.
pa-
It's not necessarily my family. It may be my family's actions, but me being here
Huh.
may have triggered some things.
So were you not supposed to exist or something?
Not here.
Is this more
So-
wibbly wobbly timey wimey shit?
No, it's mirrors. So
I see lots of glass, but I don't see any mirrors.
no,
So-
so you know how I told you guys I'm from a place called Evermore that's kind of like over the hedge?
Yes.
Evermore is not on this mirror of existence. It's on its own. It's a mirror of Midra. It's not part of.
No, we can understand that.
Can we?
I mean, oh well, you've met Chad. Chad does hop in all the time.
Yeah, but Chad's a weird person.
He is a weird person.
Okay,
He's a weird one.
Irina's last name is strange.
that's not my real name. That was given to
I
me
mean-
by the library.
What was your,
Not a
your real
reveal.
name, if you don't mind us asking? While we're here.
Maybe not the
Is it
place.
Devonwood?
No, it's Alaro is my last name, but my first name is Villian.
Villian. Eirina's not even your real name.
What?
Every person who gets adopted by the library is named Eirina, and over the time they are given a moniker as their last
yeah.
name.
So
My
Villian.
name was changed in order to protect me.
Because it sounds very similar to villain.
No, because
I
it's an
don't
anagram
think
for
so.
Llyvelin.
What?
What? Wait, what about
I'm not
Devonwood?
supposed to be here because I'm Llyvelin's reflection.
So,
Wait. Gets out a pencil and paper. And she's like, Eirina, spell your name out. Like your real name out. And the villain's name for me.
Alright, hang on.
So I was kind of right with you being twins, but you're twins from different realities?
Wait, fucking what? Sorry, that was a bit of Cameron coming out here.
And then Andy's going to sit there, like, joining up the two names where all the letters match.
It does.
You're gonna have another twin come out called Why You Yelling?
Why are you yelling?
We're not twins.
So you're kind of reflections? Because you were talking about mirrors?
Exactly. So there's a reason Llyvelin and I have a lot of the same abilities and a lot of similarities.
Wait.
I was taken from my home and put here for safety reasons. It was no longer safe for me and my sister to be in our home. The problem with bringing a reflection into a mirror world is there's no easy way to explain this. So basically I was put in a place in time that Llyvelin should have been in. I was put in the library where Llyvelin should have been taken.
But I was left behind
Yes.
in Palfall.
And your magic came out, and one thing led to another, and your life took several wrong turns that it should not have because I was put on your path. It should have
Yep.
been you in the library. It should have been you taught by your father, and it should have been you who went with Malone. It should never have been me.
And it
And
should have
yet-
been him who would have been called Eirina?
No, he would have taken his place at his father's side.
Wait, what are the guys called in
So,
the
They're
tower?
all called Callum.
Callum.
so
Oh,
would,
I dodged a bullet.
would he
Dodged
have, was he meant to get your magic sword then?
Maybe, I don't know.
So,
Because that would
Mm.
explain his connection to death and your connection to death if you're reflections.
Mm.
which explains why you're so respectful of the dead, because I am too.
Yes,
That's
a
weird.
lot of our ability does link quite heavily towards that. But also, we essentially born from the same soul. So when we were down trying to find diamonds to save you, and we met your friend who you've made a deal with,
Yeah.
when I went crazy and thought I was you, that could have ended very badly for me.
Wait.
But-
You
So we're both doomed unless we deal with Dawn. Technically. Oh, he's getting the 2-for-1 package.
there is one other problem.
Vishta.
Before you say that problem, there is a twisting, contorting, uncomfortable feeling you feel, Llyvelin, all over your body. And you realize that it is Grimoire, writhing around. Tentacles are just sort of slapping against your body. And in fact, it seems to be able to take it no more, crawls up towards your head and tries to plug your ears with its own tentacles, like proper, like inserts them down into your
I would
into your ear canals.
I would like to stop them.
You do hear psychically as well in your head their voice. Don't listen. Don't listen to them, Llyvelin.
Why?
These are not things you need to know. This is distractions. This information is going to do more harm than good.
No, because does that not mean you're linked to Villian?
No.
Villian, Eirina. No, I can't. No, Eirina.
Stick with Eirina,
Eirina
please.
is the last thing I would like to be connected to.
chase knowledge. I'm not going to stop here.
This knowledge is potentially damning. After all, knowing one's fate could mean that it changes your fate.
How will this know my fates? They're here. Does that mean I'm going to end up in the reflected world? I mean,
We don't know what it could mean, but knowing it is detrimental. It cause another shattering for all we know. If Eirina is indeed a reflection, what's happened to Evermore? What happens to your future?
it's weird that this isn't the first time I've met a reflected version of myself. Except last time I met a reflected version of myself, it was in Dreamworld. And they were me, but everything was opposite.
There was another time as
weird.
well. You remember
time?
the pool in Baba Yaga's dancing hut?
Yes.
Yes. And that, last time, tried to kill you.
Yeah. Didn't like that.
Reflections are bad things. It's as your friends say, timey-wimey bullshit. Stuff you shouldn't be concerning yourself with. Just don't listen. Plug your ears. Change the subject.
Now, here's the thing. I still want to know. And you can plug my ears all you want. But technically, we're still telepathically bonded. So, if you'd like, carry on, Eirina.
That's why he's in your head
Yeah,
right now. Sort
you
of going,
hear in
la
your
la,
head.
la
He's
la,
doing the
la,
la 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 la. You're not listening.
trying to block it out, yeah. And he does say, well, we'll see about that.
Wait, and I say this out loud. Did my dad know about this? Did he replace me?
Not intentionally. The damage had already been done.
No, I mean, like, did he know you were me and replace me? Like, he left and then was like, hey, it's another Llyvelin. I'll take care of this one and completely forget about the last one.
It's not that he forgot. It's just that it was too dangerous.
I'm
to
glad
forget.
Steph's mic is muffling here because it's actually quite apt as to what's happening in the world, which is that as Eirina is trying to speak, whether it be in person, telepathically, or otherwise, you do feel as though there is this sucking sensation, as though like air is being pulled in. And as it's doing that, it is muffling the voice of Eirina, such to the point where you can't really hear what they're saying.
Okay, the key thing that I'm looking around the group if I'm aware that Llyvelin can't hear me right now.
You're not aware of that, unless
yeah,
you can see Grimoire is plugging his ears. But
I'm like, this is very difficult.
you can continue to say what you were gonna say, Eirina.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to throw the book.
Isn't that going to make you stinky?
Just far enough away that it's not plugging my ears.
You can throw the book. Give me an athletics check.
No one stops me from talking to me.
I'm not you. I am you, but I'm not
Version
you.
of me. Oh my god! Did you roll a 20? Did you
I
actually?
rolled on that 20.
Wow.
Yep. It is almost as though it is exerting some sort of supernatural strength, where Grimoire has never possessed
Fishing poles.
before. Nah, that's something more than that. It feels like it is. Well, it is like a sucking sensation, but it's not through physicality. It feels as though that sound, it sounded like air being kind of squeezed and pulled. It became so high pitched that it feels like it's somehow like vacuum sealed on your ears.
Can I try to remove the book? Like, if I can see it trying to, like, block his ears and, like, it's all over his face, it's like... We're trying to have a serious conversation here.
Like if
Yeah,
you're
it's-
trying to have a conversation
kind of over
with
his-
a toddler in the room.
It's over his face, and disturbingly, where Llyvelin's eye should be, it is the eye on the book that is now, like, looking around and looking at you and squinting in your direction, Eirina.
He's never usually such a dick.
I mean,
So, I mean, yeah, you can roll, Eirina.
Okay.
You can roll a athletics.
Supposed to help me towards knowledge, no matter what the cost. Not
You know.
I'll roll again.
like rolled a 1 this time.
How? What the hell is happening? Oh my god. The dice are really trying to force the issue here and telling the story, that's for sure.
It's like, look,
It's happening again. It's
we're
happening
having
again.
a
This is weird.
serious conversation here.
This is so weird.
Double shattering.
In the same vein, that this thing was somehow supernaturally impossible to pull away from your head, even though it's just a book, and you can easily overpower a small little tentacle. In that same vein, Eirina seems to somehow be supernaturally able to overcome whatever ability it's using. You don't even think it's magic. It certainly isn't casting any spells, but Eirina, you just pull it away, and there's this warping sound that you hear as you're pulling it away, and it's like air suddenly floods back into the space around you, and so it goes from almost deathly silent to suddenly and you hear that sharp wind suddenly whistle past, and then Grimoire's now flailing around in your grip as well.
Okay, you need to calm down. We're just having a quick conversation. You don't need to be afraid. I don't want Llyvelin's life. I just want to go home.
This is no mere conversation. You just heard Grimoire in your head for the first time, Eirina.
What? And this wasn't a
Some
very...
secrets are best kept hidden.
Yeah, okay, I get that. But I kind of... We need to have this conversation. It's been needed for a while.
And why didn't you tell him earlier then?
Because
Were
I
you
hoped
afraid?
I'd find a way home. I'd go home. He'd go back to his normal life. Everything would be hunky-dory. That is not the case, so he needs to know. Because in the event that he dies, I get stuck here forever. And you get lumbered with me, and I don't think anybody wants that.
Is she aware that she's talking to it in her head, or is she saying this all out loud?
Yeah.
Are you saying, that's up to you, Eirina, are you unwittingly saying it aloud?
Probably.
So
Okay then.
She's
Then
never
you hear
really
half of that.
spoken in her head to anything before. This is new for her.
Yeah, apart from like the bond, telepathic bond. Yeah.
So when you said if Llyvelin dies, Kesh'an would say again. That was
Yeah.
my only addition.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you
Um,
died twice. Shit.
Give me a persuasion check, Eirina, on the threat of being lumped with you. Seems like you've made a good point. An 11.
Wow, that's really low for me.
You rolled a nat 1. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. It says,
And perhaps there is reasons I've not told Llyvelin everything. Some things could steer the course of history in a very catastrophic
Okay.
way.
Time has already done that, and the end of the world is nigh, so makes very little difference to me.
Lavelle is just like trying to clue into the things that Eirina is saying because only Eirina's speaking right now. It's like, yeah, we already shattered the world. Well, the city, which begs the question: when we were flying over the shattered city, and we were able to see the shattering, did it look larger than it originally was when we first saw it, like years before?
No, it
So it
didn't.
hasn't been. So the reason for it being like doomsday on the clock isn't anything to do with it expanding, because it hasn't been expanding.
No, it's been
Not even slowly.
It's been no. It looks like it's been frozen in time, and it's in that same state no matter where you've been in history
So
up till now.
why would that be classed as the end of the world if it's not ending the world? Anyway, that's table that for now. We've got
Yeah.
Stranger Things
Um,
happening right now.
Stranger things indeed. Eirina, it doesn't seem like Grimar is much too persuaded by your reasoning, and says,
There are some things not even you understand, librarian. You may have your theories and ideas, but these are powers that are beyond your understanding.
Like I said, I just want to be able to go home.
Go home.
But I can't do that until we fix what's broken. So Llyvelin needs to know what the stakes actually are for both of us. That's it. No more, no less.
In doing so, you could cause the reflection to split further.
Then what would your suggestion be?
Keep it a secret.
It's a bit bloody late for that.
Yes, well, had I got to this sooner, unfortunately, I'm not gifted with precognizance. Otherwise, I probably would have somehow silenced you.
as they say that, you see the tongue that is nailed on the front twitch slightly. As though the nail is being driven further into the book.
Mm-hmm.
The villain has a very curious mind.
Yes.
Once you start him
well
on
aware.
one thing, he will go to any lengths. Whether it be to his detriment or not. But this
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. I don't know much more than this.
Then the damage has already been done, it seems. You may have set Llyvelin down on a completely different path.
Already did that by being here.
And you could cause even further damage by revealing that fact.
I don't think so.
Well, I guess time will tell.
You detect a very begrudging hint in that tone of voice when he says the word time.
I'm so glad I don't have to deal with you on a daily. And I just chuck the book back to the phone.
Okay.
I don't.
It lands down on behind you and like scrambles along the floor and rewrites itself with its tentacles closes shut, and the eye just squints back at you, Eirina.
I give the book the finger.
It
Well,
gives
I
you
was
the
going to do
tentacle.
something similar, but I give it the finger by pointing at it and like, we'll talk about this later. To the back.
It rattles a few loose teeth in its cover.
So what's the to tell then? Or have you made a deal with Grimoire?
I have made no such deal with Grimoire. He seems very adamant that telling you anything is going to bring about the end of the world.
Again, the world already been damaged in so many ways,
Yeah, I already said that to him. He seems very stubborn.
and it's not going to stop us from trying to right it.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Dama says, you were saying there's
Must be.
one problem.
Mm-hmm. The only real problem that you need to worry about, or any of us need to worry about, with regards to this situation, is that if Llyvelin dies for whatever reason, I
You
get stuck in his place permanently.
And you don't get to go back to your family.
I forget everything. The
Wait.
longer I am here, the more I forget.
You forget
And if I
everything, and you only remember what I know, or
No, I just remember this place. I don't remember Evermore.
oh, so you
My
forget your sister.
my mother, my
yeah.
sister, they've already forgotten. Their counterparts are already dead.
What Eirina's saying is very
Yeah.
reminiscent of what was happening in the Sevenfold Maze. When you were dead, Llyvelin. As players, you remember Eirina starting to take on qualities of Llyvelin, believing they were Llyvelin. They almost went completely mad in those maze-like tunnels.
So if my mother in this is your mother in the reflected realm, Porky is a reflection of one of my brothers?
Mm-hmm.
And then what about my other brother?
I don't know.
Is that
I have a third sibling. I've never met them.
oh? They just ended up somewhere else?
Maybe.
Or
I don't
were
know.
you gone before they were born?
I don't know.
Is there any way that we're able to keep you both?
Is there a way that we can travel between two? I would hate to lose you at some point.
Well, one of the perks of working with Candlewick may be a way around it.
Do you think there's another Kesh'an? And another Andy? And another Sinna? Maybe not. That one's already dead, for sure.
Either I feel bad for who ends up with reflective Kesh'an, or maybe they got lucky.
I feel bad for whoever has Mirror Llyvelin.
This is Mirror Llyvelin.
Oh my
god.
Such a good shot thing to say.
What the?
I'm sure Mirror Kesh'an is much better.
Kirstie, you're muted.
Sorry.
We got the short end of the stick. The yippity zip, so to speak.
Short
I'm
end of the
kidding,
zippity
Kesh'an. We love you.
Just yet.
Why is everything so much harder than it needs to be?
Don't
Like,
know.
no offense, Eirina. It's like, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're our friend. But why does there have to be multiple versions of the same world? There's already different dimensions as well. It just seems, I don't know.
Because people should not be allowed to play with certain kinds of magic.
That's right.
Derek.
That's coming
Yeah.
from Llyvelin.
I didn't play with that other magic. I didn't get close enough to it. I kind of
Well, it was fucking one of yes.
I kind of left to save a friend and bury another and warn the city of an impending doom, and I was too late.
Right. Okay. The fact is,
Maybe I should have
what has
stayed.
happened has happened. We can't change any of that, and going back and messing with things is not necessarily the right way to do things. We need to.
Isn't that exactly what we're doing? We're going back to the Shattered City to mess with things and try and fix it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, not going further back into
Oh,
fixing
divulging time.
things.
Yeah.
Eirina?
Hmm?
As much as we would all love you to stay, if what you want most is to go back, then I will do my best to help you.
Thank you.
And if we can send Llyvelin in your place and keep you here, we will definitely try.
I'm sure
I
I would
really
love.
shouldn't say things like that. I don't wish this on anybody.
I'm sure I would love Evermore.
But if you end up meeting me in your world, then they better not be as cool as me.
Oh, I mean, if this is if your world is like reflection in that sort of sense, then you would be called Andrew.
That isn't a very Oasis name.
And Kesh'an.
And Andy Roo from Australia.
I'm not a drow.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, from Australia. Oh God.
Yeah, no.
And then that
But
would
like
be
I said, the reason I'm
Kesh'an.
here is because my home is not safe for me. So I want to figure out a way to go back, but I don't know that I'd be able to stay there. So, you know, like working with Candlewick could take me all sorts of places, not belonging anywhere in particular, you know?
What
But
if we were to go there to get rid of this thing that makes it bad for you? And then
Yeah,
you
what
can stay
co-
there.
Damn
What
Yeah, the
cause?
problem is I don't know what the danger is.
I
Well,
mean-
that's very helpful.
And if what you've said is right, if Llyvelin goes to that side, that might break things more.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't even know the way to get back.
I mean,
You have to climb over a hedge, right?
I don't know exactly. Maybe.
technically Llyvelin
Looking for the right key.
Technically Llyvelin has already died, so perhaps what could have happened if he went over before that might not happen now. I mean, that's even if there's a way to manually get across there.
I mean,
you
if
came here by accident, right?
No, I was brought here.
how?
But not your own doing.
No. Llyvelin, what's your dad's occupation?
None.
King's Mage.
Okay. So what would my father's occupation then be like?
Queen's mage.
Queen's Mate, sorceress.
Queen's Egam.
No, it would be the royal mage. Still, I would assume.
In a sense, except we don't have she's gonna pull out a book of basically it's handwritten fairy tales that was gifted to her by her mum. And it's got like little doodles of like her family members and things like that. And there's a particular story of the hero Lucan Oloro, who was a great. So he's like a druid warrior. And he fought in a great war and eventually was made king of Evermore. But when a great evil threatened the land, he went missing. And the end of the story, it doesn't have an ending, it just, he disappears, and that's it.
But this is your father?
As far as I'm aware.
So that makes you royalty.
No. I never inherited any titles.
So
For him, it's like a job thing. It's not,
So the farmer that I saw carrying you went on to win a great battle and become a king?
Yeah.
Hell, that's cool.
He's pretty cool.
And then he and whatever version of my dad, his mage, sent you across
Mm-hmm.
to save you from.
They sent my mother across with me and my sister.
Wait, so where are they? Oh, wait, yeah, where are they then?
Well,
Well, we know where your sister is to an extent.
mhm.
As far as Elias is told. And, you've still got the thing to speak to her if you want to, but where's your mother then?
The last person to see my mother was Andy.
What?
Wait, what?
You mentioned before you met us, you went on an adventure with another party,
Yes.
and you met an elf with a fractured face, missing an ear, who had a bad memory.
That was your mom?
Her name was Reagan. Right?
Oh my goodness. Yes. Why did I not? I suppose her face was a little bit crumpled.
Yeah, that doesn't anagram with cello.
She was a cartographer, you recall. She was trying to map out Midra. To what end, you're not sure, but
I can assume she was
someone
trying to map out a way to get home.
possibly
So-
that.
So we find we save the world. At the same time, we find your mother. Porky, was it?
I don't think we find Porky.
And okay, well, as much as you can, and send you both back. And maybe, hopefully, without breaking too many things, help
Llyvelin.
save your land.
We can't send my mother back either.
Okay. Why?
The same reason Porky can't go back. She's in a world where her reflection died. She's stuck. That's it. They're cemented now.
Oh. Oh no.
There's a good chance they won't even know who I am.
But Elias, didn't Elias say that she remembered you?
Maybe.
Maybe she never made it here. Maybe she made it to some other
I
reflected
think
place.
he said she was in Barovia or something.
And what's a
I
what's a
hope
what,
he had a happy time.
what's a Barovia in the grand scheme of things?
I
maybe
don't know.
maybe they
But-
did end up in a different realm.
Like, if she still remembers me, that's great. If she's safe, that's great. That's all I care about. I don't plan on going to find them. it may complicate things. It may make things worse. I think the safest thing for the entire family is just to remain scattered. I think my priority is the shattered city, and then we can figure out from there.
Figure out how
The
to
only
fix
thing
you.
I need you to remember is not to die. That's why I had the robes made for you.
Well, you know, really trying here.
All right, that's all I ask.
Not on my priority, but
And in the event that there is another choice, like before, let me take the hit. It's important that everything gets fixed one way or another. So
I mean, you're better at taking hits than I am with
there's that
you know,
too. So,
your
Oh,
armor and whatnot. But if we do save this world, let me make an effort to save yours and make yours livable.
I think we approach that when we come to it. I think we'd probably need some better advice. But for now, let's focus on fixing the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah, and look, the details probably haven't hit you yet. So if and when you feel angry with me, that's okay too. Because it's my fault.
I spent most of my life being angry at myself. It's only recently, since meeting you and the rest of you here, that I learned to stop.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be angry.
There's probably some things you haven't thought about yet, but when you do think about them and realize them, it's okay to be mad. But for now, I think
Doesn't sound like it's your fault. You didn't choose to come here, so you can't really be blamed for what someone else did.
no, but I was still the one that stopped him from having the life he should have had. And as a result, his life has taken a lot of bad turns.
No. Doesn't. Not really. I lived my life. He left because of the environment I lived in. He chose not to take me because he didn't want to split me from my mother.
I'm not talking about your dad, Llyvelin.
I think you took a lot from me in my life, but I lived my own life. I made my own steps. Maybe you took a different version of what my path should have been, but I made my trail.
I know. But you could have had a much easier life if I hadn't been here.
I would not have wanted to leave my mother and brothers. Not the one exiled family member due to magic is one thing, but the second would definitely have gotten killed anyway. Even if I could have had the life that you had, I still would have chose against it. As cool as it sounds. And I definitely wouldn't have burnt down the library.
Well, no, you'd have had your own magic. Unfortunately, I can't access it because it's yours. So I have to make a bargain.
Again, cool in its own right. I had to remove a body part to make my bargain.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that.
So does
Okay.
this mean that you're both disappointments?
Yeah, pretty much.
We both look at Kesh'an.
Honestly, the number of times I ended up in like detention or in jail, and Sarkadius had to come down and sort of lecture me about being a disappointment is, I don't know. There's a reason I was foisted on Malone and shipped across the country.
Yeah,
That
I
definitely makes sense now.
I had a very arrogant son of the devil himself calling me that. I don't know which would have been worse.
Perhaps we should get out of here.
We do have
Yeah.
places to be.
We can discuss more about this when we're on the surface, but perhaps less secrets from now. We've known each other long enough.
Oh, thank God. And I sneeze. I'm terribly allergic to cats. No, I'm
Kesh'an, when you say enough secrets, Grimoire, you swear Grimoire gives you this glare from across the chamber.
Your book's staring at me.
Yeah, you disappointed him. He loves to keep secrets.
Well, if we're hoping to find out secrets, we should probably go find the hanged man before he breaks free and kills everyone. I think that's what he's gonna do.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were doing.
And I need to break
Yes.
him. I need to break him like the pathetic toy he is before that happens.
I'm just going to quickly look at Sir Wobble Knees. Can I check this book out of the library? Can I borrow it?
You're talking to Wobble Knees.
Do you have a library card?
I do! I pull out my library card.
This is not registered to the Violet Falls.
Okay, but I'm a librarian at the Grand Library in, like, the central of Midra. Can I, like, use my credentials to, like, transfer it?
Credentials approved.
Woohoo!
You are able to get the book. It seems they
Hell yeah!
recognize your station as a librarian.
You have.
A very important job.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can just take books out at any library. That's cool.
Please take
No.
care of it.
Of course. I am a professional scribe. Any damages I will repair, and I will see that it's looked after.
We have a number of damaged books that you are able to repair.
Okay, noted.
You may take those as well.
How
Bring
many
them
are there?
back when they are repaired.
How many are there?
There's like dozens. Yeah, you go back from wanting to take out one book to suddenly you realize, yeah, flashing your credentials also means you've got a duty to uphold. That means fixing up this library. Yeah. I'll,
Open the bag of holding, make some room, and like pick up a stack, put it in.
Yeah, there's 23 books to be repaired.
I'll take 23 books and I'll return them at some point.
Wonder
Can you
mending.
take that many out at
Wonder
once?
mending. Wonder
I'm a
mending.
librarian and I'm a repairer of books. So, you know. Are there any interesting titles going in the box? Like,
Yes. Let me have a look.
There is a country book called Deep Gnome, Alabama.
Well, first of all, there's probably an instruction manual on how to use the golden cooking plate. There's other ones on celestial bodies. Heck, there's probably one on the astral sea here as well. There's like clockwork and metallurgy.
Ooh, that could be useful.
There's probably an instruction manual on the steam-powered harpoon as well. Why not?
I was
That's
going to
it.
ask that. Is there any books that mention the Grendel route?
Yes, there is, and these. Let me see if it's in. I'll roll a dice again, see if it's in amongst the damaged ones. If it's in the 23 or lower. Okay, it's not. 42, meaning of life. And the meaning of the Grendel root is somehow preserved. One of the books does have a depiction on it, like the Grendel root and what it is. But it says like a deep gnome's best theory. Now, the one here you've been experimenting with. When Kesh'an touched it, it produced a particular effect. Which wasn't it the sense of your movement? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Kesh'an?
Sorry, say that again.
What was the effect when you touched the Grendel root?
What, back up top?
No, you touched the one right here. In Violet Falls.
Yes, I did.
Come on, memory. Kick in, memory.
And I'm saying, do you remember it was the sense of movement?
Oh, yes, yeah. The kind of like weird pins and needly kind of thing, but it was just feeling every sensation.
Yeah, every muscle fiber in your body, every time you moved, it was a strain. You also felt even trying to stay still it took overwhelming effort, and you could feel every tension in every muscle. There's seems to be other people who have experienced similar things, but not everyone. In fact, the majority of people probably don't know much about it because the Grendel root emerged and broke this civilization, right? So there's not much about this one in particular. This is more about pre-eruption, right? Before the Grendel root tore their home asunder. But it was something that was discovered deep down below in caverns somewhere near the very depths of the Underdark. Now, for the most part, no one really had a adverse effect to touching it, but so far, Kesh'an has when he tried to damage it, and Sinali has just when they touched it in general. I think Llyvelin, did you also experience something?
I didn't touch the Grendel root.
Never touched it. Okay.
I'm smarter
that's it.
than that to touch weird things that can have adverse effects to my body.
Okay. So yeah, so far, the theories are similar to that of probably the Grey Prince, in that it was likely around millions of years ago when this mysterious celestial body somehow crashed into the world. At least that's what they think it is. There's evidence that it's what formed the caverns and the Underdark to begin with. It was like one gigantic crater. There's also texts in here that believe that the black glass crevasse was actually once a mountain itself. Just due to the deep gnomes having a keen eye on sort of geology, right? So they're good at determining like age, life expected, like life of rocks, different sediment levels, and it seems there's a great deal of research spent on trying to figure out and like date things and age things, and some geology dating has pointed to the fact that it may have been originally a mountain that this thing shattered and broke into. But it wasn't always a Grendel root. It was apparently theorized that it was just one large, massive chunk of obsidian, potentially from some sort of meteorite, perhaps, but not of this world. Nothing really matches the. It's like obsidian, certainly, but it's unlike any other obsidian you found. Like obsidian in the real world, in this actual world, Midra doesn't seem to have that strange otherworldly effect over it. At least not that what people have explored so far, anyway. Anything else you want to like specifically try and figure out?
I mean, the main thing I was hoping would be there would be something, even if it was a record post the destruction of their civilization, on what damaged the Grendel root here.
That could have been way more recent. Might not have even happened in their lifetime.
That's fine.
So, no, I don't. Yeah. Nope. It is a good question, though. Some people have still got left to answer here. What damaged the Grendel root?
I mean, they said the wizards couldn't dispel it, the warlocks couldn't hex it, and something else, right?
Mm-hmm. The clerics couldn't consecrate it.
So maybe it has to
You
be
can
a
roll
new
roll
kind
an
of
Arcana
magic.
check.
Ah, yes, the one thing that I'm great at. Okay,
Yes, you are.
Maybe I am in this case.
Apparently you are. So you're thinking along the right lines when you said maybe a new type of magic. After all, what that was describing sounds similar to that of like the arcane and the divine.
Maybe. I mean, does bard magic count as arcane or divine? Can you sing it to destruction?
Possibly.
No, that would be too obvious. They would have used bards.
I mean,
What do you want me to say? Try singing them a lullaby.
I mean, you could try.
How about the one we haven't delved into? Chronomancer.
But that probably still counts as arcane magic, right?
I was going to say we've established that magic has no effect on it, right?
Well, certain
Right.
kinds of magic. I mean, but like,
But it looks like it was maybe hit with something. It's like a cut, right?
It is like
Yeah.
yeah. With a natural 20, Sinali, it's you're right to rule out potentially bards and maybe even druids at this point. It's likely
Yeah.
they would have tried this over the hundreds of years that they've had to research it.
So
maybe it's not that maybe it's not a new magic at all. Maybe it's something that has nothing to do with magic.
The bards couldn't seduce
Fuck it up.
Hey, someone will sit on it.
I mean, maybe it needs to be something from not this world.
What are the
Like,
chances that the root damaged itself?
Possibly. But it's also got that liquid around it, almost like it melted when it got cut, maybe?
Ah.
Or is that like
Yeah,
blood?
like it bled, yeah.
So maybe.
And you've seen that same kind of liquid elsewhere.
Yeah, like the one in the
Starsong Tower.
yeah. So
Maybe it's something that is.
Well,
The
look, that's the
opposite of
museum in the
magic.
background of that art.
Oh, yeah.
maybe it's possible to because that woman down there, she kind of, I mean, she didn't do the damage to it in the tower. She just got corrupted by the tower. So maybe it just needs to be
Power of a god.
transformed in some way, like.
God would come under divine.
That's true.
I'm curious now. Is this the only Grendel route in this area that we can see physically above ground?
No, you saw one which was impaled through the giant Gorum.
Oh, I meant in this room.
In this chamber, yes.
Because my brain is thinking maybe the impact on it happened below ground. Maybe it was hurt by another Grendel root. If they got too close, maybe it clipped it.
Could
The
have
only
been
thing-
as it was growing up.
Like, you know, the only thing that can penetrate it is itself, you know? Very, like, Mr. Incredible kind of thing with the Omnidroid.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Eirina. Good call.
Sorry, I only heard
Sorry,
meows.
Kesh'an, I didn't hear you say that. When did you say that?
Said it earlier.
No, he
Oh,
didn't.
sorry.
He didn't.
It was like
Feel bad
2
now.
chances I heard it somewhere.
Don't give him
I-
credit for the smart
I
people
was
stuff.
thinking, like, if there was, like, a scrap of Grendel root, perhaps there was a weapon made of Grendel root.
Huh.
But that would still mean that needs to be something that is strong enough to have broken a shard of Grendel root to become that weapon, right?
What is that? That is
That's a Grendel root.
not staying on my screen.
That's what the spikes look like. They're spires, like obsidian. Sinali was thinking for a moment then, when
Yeah.
Eirina was
Mm.
theorizing.
The crystal I have was one of the things that we mined and was meant to be different. But maybe it's like a lesser version of the Grendel root, maybe?
I'm going to pick up a hunk of the quartz and yeet it at the Grendel root, see what happens. Chris looks
Roll me an
confused.
attack roll for all that.
Okay.
A piece of the quartz, like the stuff that was.
Quartz.
Yeah, like
there's
this
loads
this
of quartz.
building, right?
The stuff
Uh-huh.
Maybe on impact a bit flew across and it might have chipped it. I don't know.
Mhm.
that grew up through it, and it scratched it.
What am I rolling?
An attack roll.
So I am. Okay, I'm just gonna roll Candlewick because that's easier. Math.
Are you using charisma to throw the rock?
No, well, -5 from it, so that's a 10.
You proficient with throwing emeralds or quartz?
Yes, I am. No, I'm not.
I'm afraid the piece of quartz just kind of tumbles in the air and it sort of bounces off from where you're standing. You're not
Okay, let's pick up a
anywhere
big
near.
piece and ram it.
Yeah, I was
Throwing.
gonna say I'll pick up a piece that's long or sharp, and I'll just go to mage hand and poke it with it
Poking it.
and see if it like
Does not have the force
does it not
behind it.
Well,
I
you
It's a
know, we
mage
need
hand.
Andy
Can't
to
really
do
attack
this.
with it.
She's the stabby expert, and maybe she can stab
Yeah.
it.
I don't really want to step on that, and I think you have to be within 5 feet.
There
to do that.
is a large piece of quartz balanced on the other side of it, from where you asked Gorum to.
Yeah, because that's what Kesh'an stood on when he went up to it.
What?
Yeah,
What?
sure.
What if Andy tied a bit of quartz to one of her arrows?
What if I fashioned one of a bit of quartz into an arrowhead?
Yeah, like that. That might work, right? That's what we're trying.
Good. I could try and yeah, do that. Yeah, shoot it.
Okay.
You shoot. I stab. You're more likely to hit,
Alright.
but
So she'll find a nice, like, triangular shaped piece of quartz, and if she has to, she's got jeweler's tools, so she could nick it to make it a bit sharper. Take off one of her normal arrowheads and replace it. And then go for a shoot.
All right then. Throw me a survival check
Okay.
to make this makeshift arrow.
I like how there's massive pieces of sharp quartz everywhere, and this big guy here who's willing to help us.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they can't read your mind. 21 is success. All right, you fashion this arrow,
We didn't.
and yeah, I know you could always ask. It's just
I just
Alright,
want
Andy,
to
experiment.
go near these things after what they did to him.
fire your short bow.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Do, 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 do.
like to stab.
You want to stab at the same time this is happening?
Yeah, sure. Double the effect.
Oh my god.
Yeah. How one? Interesting.
What is with our rolls tonight, man?
Hmm.
I got 15.
Sure. A 15. It definitely kind of stabs into it, as in it doesn't like penetrate it, but you're able to like hit it, and you're like holding it, pressuring the dagger against it.
Does it cut the question? Does it?
There is a
bleed?
ringing sound. It's at that moment is when is Andy's bolt is sort of flying towards it. And how to best describe what happens here?
You will die. Game over.
I mean, that is tempting. This is because you are doing something a little bit risque. After all, when you attacked it last time, it was bad for you. Llyvelin, you're probably going to be experiencing possibly the same thing. But I'll say yeah. No, we won't roll it. We'll say exactly the same thing last time. When you strike it, Llyvelin, you suddenly are hit with this overwhelming sensation of every movement, every muscle in your body. Now, you know when you hit something so hard, or you've jumped from a great height, you can just feel it kind of shaking through your bones.
The reverberation.
It feels like that, but it is that tenfold, where you can feel every single atom of your body kind of moving, and it almost causes you to lose balance on this thing here.
And does it bleed?
That said, it has left just a tiny mark, but it didn't dent or stab into it fully, but it definitely left a small little mark, whereas before when Kesh'an punched it, which did way more damage than what you were doing with that, it had no effect. But it seems to have rebounded and caused you to have this this overwhelming sensation in your body. The only way to kind of make it stop is to try and lie still. And at the moment, you're kind of, as I say, balancing on top of this crystal.
But it did have a mark, which means if
Mhm.
someone or something with enough force, like the big
I'm
guy,
gonna.
hit it, then maybe it was someone like him who caused it to be broken in the first place.
Okay, to emphasize this even further, roll a dex save for me.
But yeah,
Llyvelin.
I'm lying down. Just like I'm. That's why I stepped away to just like catch myself.
Yeah, and as you step away, you feel your mind sending every signal to your body. Every muscle in your leg is like operating it. You feel like every lever, every tendon pulling on a muscle tension. It's foot, leg, everything is in tandem, and it just sends you reeling backwards, falling from the crystal, and straight into that goo
No,
beneath
I was
it.
trying to avoid doing that.
Except you saw what happened when Kesh'an stabbed into it, or punched it. And this is too. I made Kesh'an roll something as well to make sure that he was calming himself down and effectively trying to gain control over his mind over body. You are unable to physically do this in this moment, and falling down into the sludge
I
will cause some effects.
literally said I was not doing this. This is.
It's not something you can choose to
I
do.
know. I
A saving
know.
throw is something that afflicts you.
I
You
know.
either save and you're fine, or you succumb and bad
I
things
know.
happen.
But I moved away, and then I got a saving throw made. Meh.
That's the fact. The fact that you tried
I
to move
know,
away
I
was
know.
what triggered this. I said maybe laying perfectly still would somehow stop it, but you're like, I'm gonna move back first.
Because
If
it was
it had
like,
maybe just
what, lay over the top of the pool of fucking sludge? No.
I
Move
might
away
have
from the sludge, then lay down.
and moving because it's the sense of movement in it is
Yeah.
being overwhelming. It just, as I say, it sends you into a tailspin.
Don't worry,
Okay,
Jamie.
no.
This is the story of my real life.
How so? What are you talking about?
Like when I have a POTS episode, this is what happens. Like, come
Oh,
over
I
funny,
see.
I try to move, I fall on the floor. It's just what happens.
Okay, the necrotic damage might not be the same.
I don't know.
Okay, as you hit this pool of liquid grey, I need you to also make a Constitution save. What level are you now? 5. Okay.
I'm
Okay,
good at choosing saves, apparently.
that's not so bad. Okay, so you're lucky, by the way, that it is necrotic damage. So it's
yeah.
only 10. So you fall into this ooze, and it immediately starts somehow unmaking your body. It's rapidly decaying it, peeling away skin after skin like layers of an onion, and you feel your body kind of being not regurgitated, more like dissolved into it, and yet it's not acid. It feels like as though it's
Decaying.
somehow digesting your life force itself, as though this
Wow.
is somehow the bile of some eldritch creature's stomach now bleeding from it.
And yet this feels weirdly familiar to the staff of Withering taking my life force.
Quite possibly, yeah.
But
Thankfully,
in
you
ooze form.
do make the save, so your maximum is not permanently reduced, which could have been bad. But there's something else you definitely feel and sense, and that is this. I guess. No, since it's dead.
I'd like to crawl away.
I mean, yeah, you can attempt to crawl.
I will crawl away. It's like, nope. But yeah, whatever. Carry on with whatever you're gonna describe me feeling.
I'll describe that later when you've somewhat recovered from it, but maybe you can ascertain what's really happening to you later on. For now, Llyvelin's crawling away. As for Andy's shot, and I know you rolled an @1 and just missed, but it's unlikely that you standing still with against a target that's completely still would just randomly miss, right?
Would you not have steady aim?
Precisely. You probably would have had something like that. And for whatever reason, feels as though something made you miss.
Yeah.
And it's
I mean, she's a much better archer than that.
the only way to say it is it feels as though when you shot this thing and you were aiming kind of at it. Do you close one eye when you aim your your short bow?
No.
Andy? You don't? You just have both eyes open?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then this is gonna get even weirder then. Okay. How do I show this? As you have both eyes open and you shoot this, you're temporarily getting double vision, as though as soon as you even think about firing it, there's this
Oh, God.
bizarre like reflection of everything that's happening, and you fire the arrow. You end up firing it between the two spires that are jutting out of the ground. Yes, there's now two of them.
They look like weird demon oysters now.
Yes, very much.
Yeah,
To the rest of the
Nina
party, it seems normal, but you can't shake this sort of double vision.
Quick, Andy, how many Llyvelins are there?
Ooh,
No, there already was.
Oh.
6, 8, I don't know. My brain hurts. More than normal right now. She's going to try rubbing her eyes, you know, like you do when you're sleepy and your vision blurs to see if it clears it, but I doubt it would.
Yeah, actually, it does. The moment you close your eyes and rub them, and when you open them back up, it's stabilized.
Eh?
You're
Oh.
no longer seeing double.
This is freaky. Okay, I am not going to try and shoot it again.
But there is something wrong.
What? What?
What?
Things flip.
It's kind of like pointing one direction, looking in the other direction. Wasn't the big guy over the other side? And we were on the other side? What is going on?
I mean, Arcana check, Andy, if you wish, to try and figure out what the hell just happened.
Are we in the Mirrorverse?
Go away. No, go.
Even your character sheet flipped.
No,
Imagine.
it kept like trying to. It kept having pop-ups over the top of the box.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go.
Tooltips. Okay, 21. It does look like almost as though everything has flipped. And clearly something with this quartz reacted to it. And Llyvelin is rolling away from the gunk on the floor. He's probably over this way now, though, instead of that way. Clearly the crystal somehow has a reaction with it, whereas nothing else did. But it didn't damage it. It didn't really do a whole lot, in fact. But this is just broken bits of quartz on the floor. You think if there's any other more powerful or magically infused, or maybe just
A question.
sharper gems, crystals laying
so
around?
Maybe it's about the gems and not about magic or.
Eirina,
My
yes, you had a
question
question.
is, what's the harpoon gun made out of? Like the ammunition for it?
Oh yeah,
Question.
Sinali tried to fire that earlier, actually.
Yeah, but we now have the
I'm just
book
thinking
on
because of the
repairs.
scar marking across it, it could be someone's fired at it using this thing, and it could have glance past it. So I'm wondering what it's made of.
Well, probably the harpoon itself is like brass or something. It looks like it's metallic, but what it fires are these long harpoons.
Mhm.
At the end of them, there are crystal tipped harpoons.
Hmm.
I'll do it.
Should we get this guy to swing at it and see if he cuts through it?
Yeah, but the last thing that we want is for him to experience what you did, but on a much larger scale.
Yeah, but he's not going to fall into a pool of ooze. Also, very horrible. Hate every part of it.
Can
Do you know what I went through?
I try to go through like a really weird trick shot with an Eldritch Blast and throw a bit of quartz up to the air and Eldritch Blast it at the pillar?
That's mental. It's more like that's bizarre. I mean, you can sure roll me an Eldritch Blast with disadvantage.
If you hit
Okay.
it from above, will that make
Uh.
everything flip upside down?
Oh, and then just didn't roll anything at all. I'm just gonna roll this manually because it might be expecting me to target.
Also, if there's stronger minerals and gems, say like a diamond, could this have been cut with a diamond sword, maybe? Would someone be
14.
crazy enough to make one of those?
Possibly. All right, 14. Sure. You managed to throw this up in the air, hit it with an Eldritch Blast, fires towards it, mostly kind of ricochets off of it, not a direct like hit, but it does bounce off of the Grendel root for sure. When that happens, Andy, it does seem as though the vision of everything else around you suddenly flips back to normal.
Eh?
So that fixes that. But to Sinali, you see this world as it is right now. How to best describe it? Sinali sees the world as James sees the world right now.
Oh god.
A top-down
Oh
visualization
no, we're not doing this
of
again.
the world.
Wow, I always thought people looked like toys, but now you look like little figures on a board. I do too. Weird.
Is this how Terrig made his Room of Enlightenment?
We will never
Alright.
talk about that again.
Oh well, Eirina, do you still have that? Do you still have it?
Still have what?
They just said, is this how they made Terrig's Room of Enlightenment?
Oh, the crystal thingy.
There you go. Crystal thingy.
Are you going to throw that at it?
No. I mean, I could, but I'm pretty sure I left it in the room.
I'm pretty sure when I asked you, what do you do with the crystal, said, oh yeah, I'll just hold on to it, since
Oh.
it seemed to have been expended, was what I said. After you placed
Okay.
it into its holding, like there was a
It's not in my
socket.
inventory though, so
You want to add that? I said that there was like a socket in the center of the table. When you placed it in,
yeah.
it kind of clamped around, and then it seemed to brighten and glow, and caused this. It was the catalyst that caused that entire effect to happen. And after you came back out of the vision, the crystal was no longer glowing. it was somehow expended.
Okay.
And now you're seeing other people lob crystals at the Grundle root, and it's having some effect, whereas everything else, magic or otherwise, has had none.
Okay. I imagine, Sinali, do you mention the top-down thing?
Yeah, she said that everyone looks like toys on a board.
Okay. In which case, yeah, it makes sense to try it. Let me see how I can do this.
And I was just saying to Andy as well, with the 21, that although the quartz is having some effect, it's not actually damaging it.
You're gonna end up,
And being a jewel crafter, you've seen other gems and crystals with more power to them. In fact, you
You're gonna
looted
end up-
some last session.
you're gonna end up seeing things in like old Resident Evil vision, like from cameras in the corner of a room.
That's funny because I was just playing Resident Evil track.
Or you're gonna, or like from third person view, so it's gonna be like you're gonna see from like behind your shoulder, forwards. Like you're
I'm
looking at your
gonna go up to it the same way
Uh-huh.
Llyvelin went up, and I'm gonna go and stand on the piece of quartz that's there.
Mhm.
Let's all fall in the ooze.
I'm gonna take out the crystal from Terek's tower,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna put it against the open wound.
Yep. And you're waiting to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, since you're putting one and one together, I'm going to ask you to roll on the table. Give me a d20.
19.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Interception. Interreception. Oh my god. You suddenly became painfully aware of the last time you ate has been since up in the tavern you had breakfast, and your body is screaming hunger at you. In fact, you haven't had a glass of water in a while either. Your tongue feels dry, your stomach feels empty. And as you're doing this, there's a sense of trepidation as you place this against this Grendel root. As a result, you feel your heartbeat intensify, quicken. And when I say you feel it, I mean you don't feel it against the chest. You don't feel it because your hand is against it. I mean, you physically feel your heart in your body pumping blood, absorbing oxygen, pumping blood, absorbing oxygen. That process, every artery and vein is this complex engine that is performing a vital activity in your body.
Again, I'm having a POTS attack.
My
My heart rate's gone up to 150 and I'm on the floor. I can hear my chest. I can feel my chest, like my heart in my chest, as if it's trying to escape.
Yeah. You are even aware of your lungs expanding and contracting as it takes in oxygen. It is every internal bodily signal is firing off right now.
Well, it's just like Kesh'an showed me how to meditate. He said to be in tune with my body and to feel it all at once. You know, to feel your heart in rhythm with your breathing and expanding and inhaling and exhaling.
And I would allow some sort of check here, except that you're combining two effects in one. You're not only using the Grendel root, but also this crystal. And as a result, I'm going to say you're going to have to roll on another table instead. Roll me another d20. Because you're combining literally the two things, which is...
3!
Not 3? Okay. So, for a brief moment, it's just like how Jamey just suggested, in that your vision suddenly is pulled out of the back of your head, and you're seeing your person in a second-person view, and then that sort of shifts, and suddenly it's peering down from the top of the Grendel root. Then it switches to the crystal, and you're looking back up at yourself, then it flips around again, and in a weird mishmash combination of the two, because you're both experiencing this interoception and your perspective is being shifted, it suddenly flips inwards and you're suddenly seeing the interior of your body. You can see nothing but your beating heart and lungs. You're inside looking at your organs right now. Almost as if someone turned your eyeballs inside out.
Steph is like, ew. Eirina is like, well, that is fascinating. Is there anything like out of the ordinary, or does it all seem perfectly normal?
It's not perfectly
Um,
normal at all.
You,
I mean, in terms
Yes,
of like,
your body-
do I look healthy?
yes, you're healthy. Yes, very healthy. Unfortunately, though, you're not figuring out a way to get out of this. So long as you're holding this to
Oh.
the Grendel route, it seems you're stuck that way.
What
Fine, I can.
What about her lungs? Has there not been a lot of smoke inhalation?
That's true. You may have a bit of, what is it, tar in your lungs, maybe from the smoke. God damn it, the smoking. Yeah, you are a bit of a smoker, Eirina. Dirty smoke. Oh
Let me see
God,
what-
you had to mention smoke, didn't you, as well?
What? What?
Eirina, Candlewick is reacting to this as well, and
Okay.
they're part of your internal signals because you experience them and communicate through them to them through heat.
Mhm.
And it seems, although you can't hear them, Candlewick may be experiencing something just as bizarre because their heat is shifting all around, all over your body, like in hot patches, and then it's like flaring up on the tips of your fingers, then straight to your eyes, and then back again.
Can I attempt to pull away?
Yes, you can. You're still in control of your body and everything. As you pull away, it feels like your eyeballs spin back around in their sockets, and you're no longer looking downwards into your body, but normally again. As well, you are coming down from that effect where you were feeling every inch of your body, or the heartbeat and all of that. Interoception, that seems to dissipate. And then lastly, Candlewick is seemingly stabilizing as well.
Okay.
But the heat comes to rest on your hand, the one that is holding the crystal.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Um,
going to take a few steps away.
Yes, you can. And I'll say, because you had your eyes turned inside out, there's something you didn't notice during that. And that is when you pull away, you see that the strange grey ooze has, of its own accord, somehow crawled upwards over the Grendel route from where the wound was. Like you were placed against the wound, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that liquid that was pouring out, instead of just bleeding down, it seems to have bled onto the gemstone itself, wrapped up over it, and you see cracks forming in the crystal.
Hmm.
The liquid itself it did necrotic damage to Llyvelin, and now it seems to be rapidly decaying this crystal, and it crumbles into fragments in your hand.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yes, and at that point, it kind of then starts to fall onto your skin, right? And Candlewick's already reacting to this. That's why it was resting on your hand.
Yep.
A flame suddenly bursts out of your hand and shoots the fragments away before the liquid can touch your skin.
Thanks, buddy.
You feel a heat raise in your muscles, like in your biceps, as though Candlewick is flexing.
Yeah, good job. Good work. Okay.
Hey, what do you think could happen to you if I touched you to the weird Grindel root? I speak to Grimoire.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was thinking, excuse me?
You ask them.
They say, go ahead and try it.
Okay.
That doesn't sound sus at all.
Go on,
See
toss
that-
me right in there.
See, that's concerning because you would normally have some sort of proper answer or explanation to that, but you're not even bothering to. You're just agreeing to it. You know, it might do this or it might do that. No speculations. Just touch it.
Go for it. In fact, Llyvelin, I dare you to.
How about no? After your performance earlier, no. If this is gonna give you some sort of upgrade, or you don't deserve it this time.
It was your idea, but I guess it will remain a secret.
Yeah. You want your secrets, sure. And I go towards it, and you just see me turn away, and put the book away on his back. You don't deserve it. You've been a bad book.
Give me an insight check, Llyvelin.
Because I feel like he wanted that. He
It's a
really
double
wanted.
bluff. To be fair, Grimmauld always just sounds shady no matter what. Let's be honest.
Dude.
Yeah.
You really
Yeah,
23.
whatever. 23? Yeah. It was your idea to do it to begin with, and now you're not doing it based on his reaction. It's almost as though he got what he wanted anyway, even though you're not allowing him to do something. It's very crafty, and maybe it's reverse psychology at play, but you're just not sure. It always feels like he's winning.
I don't know. See, a part of me is like, do I chuck him in, and will he decay, and would that be the end of Grimoire? Ah, yeah.
And yet, it's funny that he just says it's probably going to remain a secret. Just like how he was wanting secrets to be kept earlier. Either way, it's actually kind of feeding into him somehow.
No, he was right earlier. Llyvelin's too suspicious. I double take and I go and shove him to the edge of the blood. Llyvelin's too suspicious.
You're chucking him in after all.
Yeah.
You need
My
to
brain
make
is
up your
just
mind,
playing that
Llyvelin.
song.
Oh, I have an idea, but Llyvelin is too suspicious.
Oh.
Too curious. He was right before when you were saying it.
Yes, you only proved me right.
And you see them. Well, you're touching them to the ooze, yeah?
The ooze.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm sorry to spoil everyone's fun. But just know Llyvelin did this, not me.
You
What?
all hear. Okay.
What?
Grimoire sprouts legs
Um,
and he's the big bad.
So, everyone,
What have I done?
you find yourself in the tunnel leading to the cell, and there's a bridge before you with a rune, and there's beyond that rune is crackling lightning. This is the cell Sinali was trying to get to. In here is the hanged man.
Wait.
It's your job to kill the hanged man.
Wait,
What do you do?
did I do the? They got us to the thing.
Well,
What?
Okay.
Take a long rest.
You did not take a long
Oh,
rest,
no.
and yet suddenly you are somehow here.
That broke my brain. What?
My brain's been broken since we started doing this stuff within the tower and outside the
Wait.
tower.
How did?
There's only one explanation. Grimoire is the hanged man.
What?
I mean,
Right.
Okay,
Let's figure out what the fuck is going on.
Sinali, do you see the hanged man?
No, but I imagine he's inside somewhere because there's all this metal, and when we were looking, we saw this metal and couldn't go past it, I think.
What?
So there's all this electricity and metal rods and things.
What did?
There's a symbol in the middle of the bridge. I don't like it.
And it looks like it might be the same symbol as over here.
It looks a little different.
Do I still have grimoire?
Yep, Grimoire's with you.
How's he doing?
What?
He's doing just fine.
Is there any ooze on grimoire? Is there any is it merged in with him or?
No,
Is it-
if you're looking at Grimoire and paying close attention to him, the only thing you can feel is the air around you is being pulled towards Grimoire. Like there's a faint breeze, and your hair is like maybe wafting in his direction.
Like he's got a gravitational pull?
Not gravity. You don't feel a
But-
physical pull. You just feel like the air around you is being pulled.
Like a vacuum.
Someone had that sensation earlier.
Like a vacuum. Then.
Like a vacuum, yes. And it seems to be subsiding, Llyvelin. It's like as you're like looking down at Llyvelin, trying to gain your bearings, it's now just sort of easing off.
Are we inside Grimoire? Right. So let's above board. I don't think this is real, but
Or did we all just have a time skip? Like we were finding our way here and
Chris
got
was literally
another
like, no,
one.
no, no, we've changed the name of the session 2 weeks in a row now. You guys are doing the hanged man tonight.
Or
maybe
You're
maybe
laying too much. It's happening now.
we just found a shortcut, guys.
we just had to throw a book in some ooze. Yeah, because that works.
I mean,
Maybe-
strange things happened to Eirina when Eirina put a crystal to it.
What's in her name?
maybe you're
Of
suffering
course.
from chronoception and your sense of the passing of time has been messed up, so it's like skipped time.
that's what I mean. Like, has it skipped time, but we've continued our path? Has it? Could it be to do with anything with like the stuff inside the book, like the crystal, maybe, or?
As you're asking these questions, there's two party members getting way ahead of
Yeah.
themselves. Three of party members getting way ahead of themselves. So I'll just describe this in full this time, because there is as I said, crackling rune with lightning. So
I did ask about the
walk-
rune on the bridge, but we got segued.
Sorry.
yeah, it's all right. This is the art for you. Okay. The
Oh,
right.
There's
What's
a game of
actually
Peggle on the
happening?
wall.
It's a ring
Sure.
toss.
No, those are metal rods that seem to be
Yeah.
made of lead.
Rintos.
Oh, it's not
Okay.
Peggle.
A cracked stone bridge crosses a deep gorge filled with smoke rising from a smoldering glow below. A glyph has been etched in silver at the center of the bridge. And I'll ping that so you know what I'm talking about. That. A body also lies near the glyph, I think. Yes. Unfortunately, they've long been since deceased. You can tell they're probably skeletal at this point. But they were armored in shining silver. Not unlike Dalmas Spirit Heart's armor, in fact. The gorge looks incredibly deep. As you cross the bridge, you see how it descends into a river of molten rock. As you cross the bridge as well, you get to the other side, and that's where you see the natural stone walls of the cavern entrance and a wall of worked volcanic rock embedded with metal rods. A set of large double doors have been shattered, leaving the front of the monastery open. A rough natural tunnel leads off to the west. A 20-foot wide sigil has been carved into the stone floor of the cavern, sending forth lightning that arcs up to the stalactites on the ceiling. Smoke rises from 3 small, smoldering bodies as well, piles of ash practically at this point around the sigil. So, getting that close to the piles of ash, which is quite literally where you're standing, is quite dangerous. You can see the lightning already making Kesh'an's hair stick on end. You know, when you get nearer, you're like touching one of those lightning globes, all the hair just puffs up. As well as Sinali's hair that's normally like hung over their face starts to rise up as the static in the air builds up and builds up.
Silver conductive?
Yes, every metal is. Some more than others. Or are you asking if it's magnetic?
No, conductive.
Okay, yeah. All metals are conductive.
Yeah. Hmm. Does anyone recognize these symbols?
I'm assuming it
Do
was
I
the same
recognize
one.
these symbols?
We saw the same symbols or similar symbols in the
Oh,
previous area with the old god.
Hang on.
uh,
Unless the art's just
no, this I'm gonna change the description of it. So the sigil in the center should be more like square-like. Okay, so I'm gonna say, imagine more like this, and it actually has more of a grid-like pattern on it, something equivalent to a 4x4 grid. And there's also these small, what are they called? They look like, I'm just gonna say they look like joysticks on top of the edges of the bridge. So there's 4 of them, one on each stand. You know, like they're like the pillars that sort of mark the start and end of the bridge. There's 4 of them, and on top of each one there is a joystick like contraption made of stone. In the center, that 4x4, there are symbols and text in. Well, hold on, let me check. What languages does everyone speak? Anyone speak Celestial?
Krag does.
Well, Kesh'an
yeah,
can
okay.
understand any language. I can read any language.
Okay.
So it depends. I guess it's
can understand
reading.
spoken, you understand written.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then 2 of you at least read it and understand what it says. There are broken up words. Like you see white and the and in and darkest and all of this. None of these words make sense by themselves, but perhaps there's some sort of order to them.
Maybe we have to step on them in the right order?
Did you say, oh, puzzles?
Yeah.
Or
It's a crossword puzzle.
Oh god. Fuck's sake. Wait, is it
Um,
not only one of, is it also a fucking sliding puzzle as well?
In
It might well be. I'm also going to ask you guys to roll initiative.
Oh,
No.
wait to skip my turn.
oh, okay. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my.
Near, far, wherever you are.
I mean, they're also color coded, so potentially all 4 of the same color have to go in a row or column, and then one of them has.
As it happens, Sinali, and you're mentioning that, there is. Each joystick seems to have a different color. One is black, another is white, another one is gray, and another one is glass. Like, so it's
Okay.
transparent.
So
okay.
we need to control one, I guess.
On initiative. Okay. Kesh'an, your cat-like reflexes are tingling as you well, you feel a heat rising up from below.
No.
Unless
Some something
Kesh'an,
is
you would like to use the alert feat to swap places in initiative with someone else.
Don't have the alert feed, do I?
You not?
No.
I thought you did for some reason.
I'm Sentinel. I can punch
Yeah.
something.
I can
yeah, he's
swap.
talking about your origin feat.
I can swap with someone. Technically, that's the alert
What
feat.
did you take as your origin feat? Kesh'an?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I have a. Did I choose one? It's not on my sheet.
You should have. Holy shit.
Well, I didn't
We
make
should
the
remade
sheet,
these.
did I?
No, yeah, you did when we remade your character.
I'm gonna have to scroll through our messages real quick. Just in the meantime, I will actually take my turn. So.
Yeah, no one has any weapons of warning or anything, do they? Like that? No, I didn't think so. I was just checking. The molten crevasse below you. You did?
Apparently so. So I've got ASI wisdom, beat alert, and tool instrument, maybe a flute? Question mark.
Is that what you actually wrote?
Yeah.
Flutes aren't cool.
Okay. You want to have imported that then? Alright. It's on your sheet now. So when you roll initiative, you can add your proficiency to the roll. So you go even faster. Secondly, you can swap initiative with someone if you want.
Yeah, I'll swap with. Does anybody want to go first? Because I have no fucking. If not, I'll just go.
Swap with Eirina. She's the smartest of us all.
You are. Well, technically, doesn't that make you the smartest of us all? You stupid.
Rude.
Well,
No.
sorry. In game, I am very smart. Out of game, Steph's the smartest one.
I'm gonna. Joystick.
Them two are the
Okay.
like puzzle.
All right. Well,
puzzle
before
master.
you go, then, if you, I just needed to know if you were swapping. If you're not, that's fine. But you're not first. What? It's a surprise. The molten crevasse glows and intensifies, and suddenly you see some of the stalagmites suddenly peel themselves off of the wall there is a mass of tendrils that push out from a crack in one of the rocks, and suddenly a mouth opens with razor sharp teeth as it whips out these tendrils towards the group. You realize you're dealing with
Oh, it's a
some sort of
roper.
Roper!
Yes,
not
I
just
love ropers. Ropers
not
are
just any
great.
roper, a molten magma roper.
Magma.
Yes.
Oh, these
To
are
be fair, he
gross.
just looks like he's got a lot of tiny mustaches,
He
Mhm.
does.
like where his eye and his mouth are, and then he's just got like the two tendrils.
Unfortunately, there's two of them.
Distinguished
Oh, okay,
gentleman.
Oh god. All
So,
right, let's
guessing
get
some-
roping.
I'm guessing there's something around the lines of the brightest light.
The
The funny thing
I'm
is,
assuming-
you've given a puzzle. I love puzzles, but it's a word puzzle, and he's not good with words.
I'm assuming that no two tiles of the same color or pattern can be next to each other,
Yeah, maybe.
and it has to make sense in every like direction.
The brightest light of holy white.
you can deflect attacks if you want. Are you doing that?
I've already done it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'll definitely stop any damage coming through.
Um,
I can actually
The-
direct to my friends.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah. Okay,
In the darkest
the first
shadow.
one does hit, but you've reduced all the damage at this point. So, it's the question: when I've hit you, right? You stopped the damage, but this other effect is that it grapples and restrains you. So
Surely if I deflect it, negates?
no, it's just you reduce damage.
It's your ruling.
No, it says focus point to redirect some of the attack's force. If you do, choose a creature, do an attack, blah blah blah. But it never says that the attack does not hit or that the attack no longer applies anything. So you follow the rules as per normal, which means you aren't dealt any damage, but this thing does wrap up and around you and begins to restrain you. Okay, after that, the next 2-3 of these go for different targets. There's, I mean, there's quite a few of them. Sinali, you're okay though. Looks like one tendril whips past you. Duck out of the way in time. Another one to Llyvelin. Oh god, that's a crit.
Why Llyvelin?
Everyone.
The villain's the one.
Double max damage on the dice. What? You also grappled and restrained. And then lastly, the
God,
final
for the
tendril
range.
at Eirina. Yeah, I won't lie. You wanna kill these as soon as physically possible. Okay, Eirina, you are also grappled, restrained. Then, with its tendrils, it begins to. Right, where it makes 4 attacks with its tendrils, uses reel, goo, and begins to pull those who are grappled and restrained towards it.
Oh, it does fire damage.
And it does, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the roper kind of pulls you this way and ends up having you basically suspended over the crevasse. And as you're looking down, it's probably over 100 feet towards the lava below. And when it's finally got all 3 of you in melee, can't believe this, it takes 1 bite as well. And this time it's going to be advantage. Kesh'an, you're restrained. Holy shit, it crits. God damn! That's nasty. God,
What the fuck?
fucking dude.
Oh my god.
Can't even deflect attack either.
Can't deflect this one.
Oh, wait.
This
wait,
time-
Wait, initiative roll. Fuck. I could've done
What's
that.
up? You wanted to use it to get key, you mean? Or health? Key, isn't it? It's uncanny metabolism gets... Oh, okay. Sure. Since it's not actually been your turn yet, I'll allow you to do it. allow you to do it. But it's normally when you roll initiative, so you're aware.
Getting used to it.
Yeah. At least you remembered it. Damn, okay, well. That will save you some, as this thing is ravenous. The vertical mouth grips onto Kesh'an and begins to lacerate their flesh with its teeth, and that will end its turn. The other one, this one was a little further down than this, and begins to climb up. And it's very slow at climbing, so I'm going to have to make it dash. But it reaches the point in which it's now visible on the other side of the bridge. And then we start at the top of initiative. Kesh'an, it's your go.
Okay, yep, cool. Well, I wish it was just a puzzle now. So, grappled is just 0 movement, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Restrained is disadvantage on attacks, though. And you're grappled and restrained.
Gotcha. Cool, well, yeah, fuck it. I'll take the disadvantage. And I'll start swinging.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. Are we allowed to start playing with this puzzle yet?
If you are by one of the dials, as in the joysticks, then yes. Yes, you can.
I kind of
It's
So
just it's sitting
Sinali-
there on the side of the screen, and I keep looking at it. That's all.
I think
Sinali,
I mean,
That
I've
and
already started
is-
making notes, but that's just for me.
You
Sinali,
can move the tiles.
Sinali and Andy, you are able to use the
You know.
joysticks, so I will allow James and Andy to attempt to move them. If it stops you and you're not
Yeah,
allowed to move,
give a word puzzle to the illiterate person.
it's a combination. I mean, it's less words and more. Well,
Think-
it's both.
You've got a
It's
headband of
both-
intellect. You're fine, Andy.
Yeah.
You're good.
I think that might be what it's trying to say. Let the brightest light of the sun shine wholly white in the darkest of shadows.
Well, that 21 hit.
Llyvelin says,
Okay.
"Well, tied up in a rope."
You might want to like make a note of that if you're saying. Oh, you did. Okay. You hit, by the way, Llyvelin. I mean, Kesh'an. Yeah, that's a hit.
Can I have a con save, please?
Con save. I thought that was coming. You really want this to fail. Oh, that's a save.
Oh,
18. Yeah. Bouncing around. But it's hard to get into its squishy bits when it's got this rocky exterior. Because damn, stun would be a good thing right now. Still, even with this, you're managing to crack through that tough exterior. That's impressive,
Oh.
actually.
Oh, never mind.
'Cause this
You did do well.
thing's hard to hit.
Flurry of blows.
Behind
Another
the
hit. Doing great damage here. Pieces of it are breaking away and falling down, tumbling 100 feet into the magma below. Done some good damage there, Kesh'an. Oh, he's still going. Oh my god, and it's still a hit. That is, I want to say, that is incredibly impressive to hit all 4 of those with this.
It's alright. Got one.
When you learn if it's AC, which you're about to, 13 is a miss. Somewhere between 13 and 21.
Apparently, Kesh'an can't be heard.
On the stream.
Yeah,
Oh my
Julian
God.
just
Could you
cannot
mute
hear
your mic?
Kesh'an
No, my mic's still on.
on the stream.
Oh no, it was doing this to send OBS.
If Kesh'an's been muted this whole time,
Yeah, that's
but like,
probably what it said.
Do you remember this was happening on Tomb of Annihilation? When Sens just,
Yeah.
even though
It seemed to be picking them up, but nothing was coming through on the stream for some reason.
Uh,
which is impossible to test for unless someone is actually listening.
Yeah.
Jamey or James, if you want to just jump on, and I'll try and fix that in the background. I'll mute myself.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You talk, and one of us will just repeat everything you say for the stream.
Oh, that'll be that'll be fun. Okay, sorry. Kesh'an, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you
Yeah,
said
that's-
yes. Okay. All right, Llyvelin, you're up.
Um.
Oh. So I
Um.
tell you now, Cam. The only way we fixed it was when he reset the stream, which is
And sometimes it didn't actually fix it.
like, yeah, took it twice.
Checking it once. Checking it twice.
All right, Llyvelin, you're grappled, restrained. This thing is badly injured. Kesh'an bloodied it in one single round of attacks. So
Kill the dead.
yeah, you can go for a turn.
Don't be very wise.
No,
Ha.
he unwise. 20
20
damage. Ah, this group. Level 14 characters, everyone. Too much damage.
I don't have spell slots to use. Not for these guys.
Okay, that's your turn, I guess. Or is Eirina?
Llyvelin's just
Sorry, initiative
Try to
count
rewrite.
20. Sinali, make me a dex save.
Oh.
What's
Why?
the background?
Probably a fail.
Out of it. What did you get?
12.
12. That is a fail, I'm afraid. The- Can everyone hear Kesh'an? Are you, Cam?
Test, test, test.
Is someone
Ouch.
on stream to check if that's actually coming through?
Just get on to stream. Give me a moment. 'cause-
Like Julian's on
Okay,
stream, so
Still
still no.
Sweet.
Still no.
Love that.
Yeah, we
Sweet,
had the
love
same
that, he
problem.
said.
Don't know what's going on. Sinali, the lightning crackles from the rune behind you and finally releases a bolt that arcs towards you and slams you for 21 lightning damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, that sigil is not safe to be standing next to you. Okay, Eirina, now it's your turn.
Cool. We're hanging over this canyon, right?
Yep, this thing has got you wrapped up in its tendrils.
Yeah. So if we kill it, it falls to the ground, I'm guessing. Or it.
Possibly, unless something slow falls you. And well, actually, slow falling into lava doesn't sound any better than just
Well,
regular falling into
I
lava.
could potentially solve that problem,
Uh huh.
kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. Because my fire is friendly fire to the team. So if I hold on to them, I take the impact of the lava during the slow fall. Technically not
Holding us
quite,
above
right?
the lava.
I'm so confused. What?
Like, I set myself on fire.
You
The
could do
guys,
that?
because it's friendly fire, the guys don't get hurt by it.
Uh huh.
We get slow fall down. I land on the lava, but I'm holding the other two. Technically, they don't
Holding.
burn.
If you were holding them, that means you would need to make a grapple for both of them, which would take 2 actions. So, well, you've got multiple attacks as
I'm just
a hex
spitting
blade.
ridiculous
So-
ideas to save our lives. It's fine. I'm not
mean,
actually
you could-
doing that right now.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm saying you could. Because you have 2. Do you have 3 attacks?
I do have 3 attacks.
Okay, so you could do grapple, or you could swing grapple, and then you could then
Not grapple,
use.
grapple, swing.
No,
Yes,
you want a hand free to cut, and then grapple.
Yeah,
grapple.
but I need to set myself on fire first, which is an action in itself.
Exactly.
Which is
So
why
2
I'm kind of
turns,
like, so
and you could do this.
Right, I can potentially grab us on my next turn if this thing's still alive.
Could you now? It's already near death.
I know, so maybe don't kill it and drop us into lava. I'm sure
Okay.
Kesh'an could take another.
I'm going to use Investiture of Flame.
Okay.
So I'm going to set myself on fire.
That's just still a good show in case I missed.
Because I am now immune to fire damage, so if it comes after me, shoot, it gets a slap. That's it. And then, I mean, I don't think it's going to do anything to them, but I can still throw the line of fire at it. But because it's, we don't want to kill it, right?
Not quite yet.
I think. Yeah. Well, this thing lives in molten.
Well, this is the thing. I'm thinking
Lava.
like me throwing the line of fire is useless anyway, so I'm not going to
Right.
bother with that.
All right.
I'm mainly on fire to
Prevent.
prevent damage
Yeah.
from
gotcha.
fire.
Okay.
So I am going to just be ready to grab Kesh'an and Llyvelin in the event we start falling, and that's going to be my turn.
All right. Damas will approach. Tries to take a swing with his great sword. I think that bounces off its armor though. So that's not going to hit.
Don't drop us into lava.
What? Oh. Right. What shall I do then?
Deal with the other one!
There's a second one.
That one's not up yet. And this one
Wait,
is
no.
like further down below the crevasse. It's not at the lip.
Oh.
Okay, well then
Its
protect
tendrils
Andy
are
from it when
reaching
it
up.
does come up.
All right. Fine. Kind of turns around and readies himself, but that's his action anyway. All right, Sinali.
Okay. So I can possibly get you all out of its grip, but it's gonna hurt.
That's such a Sinali thing. Sinali solution. Pain.
How much will it hurt?
On a scale of 1 to 20, it could be anywhere between those two numbers.
What, 2d10?
No.
Yeah.
You mean 2? Yeah, so 2 to 20.
Yeah, 2 to 20. Because I don't think I have the thing that gives charisma damage on it weirdly. Or do I?
Are you gonna thunder wave us?
No, I was gonna Eldritch Blast you all and pull you up, because I think... Does Grasp of a Dart only work once per turn, or is it once per creature per turn?
It's once per hit. So every time I hit with an Eldritch Blast, I can pull.
One moment. Grasp of Fadar, yeah?
Yeah.
Choose one of your... Yep, I removed the restriction that can only be used once per turn.
Okay, I need to update that on mine. But yeah. So I could do that. That would get you out of its grip, probably. Oh wait, no. Wait, no, yeah, I do have... Yeah, I do have 3. Or...
You do? Yeah, because you leveled up, didn't you?
Yeah, because I'm technically level 11, so that gives me the 3rd Eldritch Blast. Because it's not
nice.
Warlock level, it's Spellcaster level. I'm just seeing if I've got anything else that can do it in a better way.
So it should only do 1d10, right?
Oh yeah, it's 1d10 for each of them. Yeah, 1d10 for each of you.
I can take that.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna cast the Bigby's hand underneath us. catch us all.
Well, I'll try this, and if this doesn't work, then